Today we are making an axolotl art doll. Hello, I am Merlot, and I'm a traditional artist that typically draws and paints, but today we are getting hands-on with fur, feathers, and more. So grab a cup of tea and let's get started. Now, I've never made an axolotl art doll before, but I've seen some other people doing it and it really inspired me, so thank you to them. Also, we began with armature to get a posable skeleton to make sure this doll can bend in any direction we want. Then it was time to paint the head and feet. Now I started with alcohol markers but later switched to acrylic paint and I covered it in resin in the end. Yeah, it was a lot of trial and error to get the look I wanted, but I'm very happy with the polished look I was able to achieve at the end. So acrylic paint and resin is the way to go. Now I'm cutting sheets of filling so that we have a good base and foundation before we add on the fur. Then I had to wrap it around a couple times, and by a couple times I mean a lot of times, especially because I don't like them to look like skinny rats. You know, they need to have more fluff, in my opinion. But now it looks like a mummy cat or a squirrel. I don't know, my family was a bit concerned at this point. The head I initially sculpted, but my sister touched it up and she did a way better job than me at sculpting, so I'm glad I had her help. But I did a good job on the feet by myself, right? Yeah. Okay, so then I took a piece of paper and I wrapped it around to get the measurements for how much fur I would need to cut. This took a bit of time. Well, everything took a bit of time. Yes, and now we're cutting the fur. But all in all, to make my first doll, the process from start to finish, it was months. Lots of trial and errors, lots of figuring out what worked, what didn't work, just having patience. Oh my goodness, now it looks like a Yeti. I was scared, but luckily with the pet trimmer, we got things to calm down a bit. But the pet trimmer took forever. Oh, it was a mess. But, you know, it worked out. Now, I do like a longer mane on my animals, so I left the feet and the tail to be a bit more fringe. And then I used alcohol marker to tip the gills, give it that extra shading we needed. The alcohol markers were good for that. Now I'm just sewing on a ruffly dorsal. I liked how it looked like a ballerina tutu. Also, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see what I make next. I make pretty much everything at this point. What haven't I made? Now we're adding on those feathers to give it those fluffy gills. And I even added a heart because, well, if you know me, I love Build-A-Bear, and Build-A-Bear also inspired me today. Then I printed out these eyes on photo paper and attached them to glass with resin to give it a nice shiny look. And now we're just shading around the eyes, and I used E6000 glue to attach any other pieces that weren't sewn on. I don't like sewing, but I can do it when I have to. It really came together after I had shaded it. And now, Ruffles is all complete. Yes, I named her Ruffles because of her ruffly tail. And if you would like an axolotl of your own, I am accepting custom orders on my website. The links are below. And stay tuned because maybe in the future I'll have some made to order ones for sale as well. Now let's check out those model shots. I felt like such a stuck-up rich cat mom in this photo. Like, look at my RB face right there. I could not keep a straight face the rest of the clip, so I was laughing a lot. Comment below, what axolotl would you like to see made next? I would love to hear. And thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye!